So we're going to go a little bit with my investment principles, and it goes with risk tolerance. So, and risk tolerance is essentially how much risk are you willing to put your money, right? So for me, my risk tolerance is pretty low. I have a very broad range of portfolio. A lot of my investments, I would say about 60 to 70% is really strictly the S&P 500. Now, when I say the S&P 500, what is the S&P 500? The S&P 500 is essentially the top 500 American stocks all kind of bunched into a particular number. And what this does, and the reason why it's important, is because normally companies want to earn some type of profit, right? If I own a business, my main goal is to make a profit and try to please my shareholders with that profit, right? So instead of having your money essentially kind of just sit there and make a little bit of interest and saving it, it's good, better than losing it. A lot of people would rather deploy that cash and try to grow it, because a dollar today is worth less than a dollar is going to be worth less than a dollar in the future. We agree with that, Dylan, or any
What you mean is worth more now than it is in the future,
yes,
right?
Correct. A dollar today is going to be worth less. I mean, it's going to be worth significantly. Yeah. Your dollar's going to go, let me rephrase that for a second. In the future, your dollar's going to be worth less.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed. I mean, you will have some periods of
deflation.
Yeah, deflation. I mean, we've had deflationary periods very rarely in our history.
2008 was a deflationary time period.
It was, yes.
Not very common, yeah.
2008, and we won't go in. I didn't want to go that route with it, but for the most part, for the thing of this podcast, for the most people, unless you're dealing with deflation, and deflationary periods don't normally last too long. You know, I always go off with what my dad said. Hey, $1 used to buy me a can of Coke. I'd be able to have enough change to go to go on the train, and also have 40 cents left over for fun stuff at the arcade. Yeah, $1 today, goes a lot less than $1 back in 1980. So going back to my investment principles, I mostly I would say about, like I said, about 70-80% in the S&P 500. Now, next question is S&P 500, like I said, is the top 500 publicly traded companies. Is how do you invest in the S&P 500, right? There's a couple different ways. What I do is, if you can see my screen, is I look at a low-dex index fund. And essentially this mirrors what...
No load, right?
No load. Low cost, low fee...
No fees. Virtually no fees.
Low fee index funds, okay? So that's called the VOO, Vanguard S&P ETF.
Ooh, the VOO.
Yeah. Not boo, but VOO. So for all you guys and gals, I guess, who really just want to invest in the market, they don't want to get into individual stocks. They just want to, whenever anybody's talking about the market, most of people, again, the market, I'm putting up air quotes here, most people are look at this particular number, which is signified with this particular index fund. So as you see, let me put up here. You can see both.
Oh yeah, showing the difference. Yeah, VOO and the
see the difference, guys. It's essentially the exact same. So this is a huge piece of information. Not a lot of people know. Huge piece of information. Not a lot of people know is that you can
forget.
Well, yeah. Set it and forget it, baby. If you want to do this,
buy it and don't look at it again. Don't look at it only once a year.
Buy it and don't look at it again, right? And that's kind of my way I do it. Dylan mentioned on the first kind of video, we both have full-time jobs, right? So I can spend all day, a full time and a family, and et cetera, other things. I can spend all day looking at stocks. You have literally hundreds of stocks, and think about how many stock markets you have worldwide. Almost infinite
Not
possibilities.
also counting other opportunities like, Bitcoin and other opportunities.
Yeah. We didn't even get into Bitcoin. Other Bitcoin, other opportunities. But for somebody who wants to just set it and forget it, I would highly encourage, if you had any money on the sidelines, right, and you did not need it for a specific amount of time, set it in this.